Hello, just thought I'd do a quick update to show you what I've been working on. Basically, I've assembled all of my Hunter Orcs stuff. So that's my Hunter Orcs on Fellwargs. And my Hunter Orcs on foot. Now, these guys were quite interesting to put together. The Fellwargs surprised me first of all, because what I didn't expect was that the lower half of the orcs is actually sculpted onto the warg. I just assumed they'd be the Fellwarg kit and then you'd plonk the orc on top of it, but no, it is actually sculpted on. So I've no idea why they did that, but they did, because I was actually hoping to be able to paint them the wargs separately, because I've just painted the Fellwargs. I thought, well, I'll just get them knocked up really quick and then I can worry about the orcs later, but it would seem I'm going to have to do them in one go, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. You got a ton of extra bits and bobs with the Hunter Orc kit. There was some nice options to be able to sort of switch out heads and change the arms and things, and you can give them bows on their backs and things. And you can get some quite nice poses out of these, I think. It's quite easy to get each one looking very unique and quite dynamic as well, without looking too awkward and silly. Which brings me on to the Hunter Orcs on foot, which are almost the polar opposite. You get almost no extra bits with the Hunter Orcs on foot kit, and to me, when I looked at the boxes, I thought they looked like multi-pose or multi-part kits that had been put together in kind of an awkward way, like some of the Warhammer 40k kits. So I think look like that. They turn out, I feel like I can usually do well, I say a better job, but more it's just to my liking, I suppose, than what the Games Workshop stuff looks like. But with these, they were really restrictive. I kind of chopped up or took everything out off the sprues and just left it in a big pile and thought I'll just grab bits and just see what I can make up from it. But actually, everything has a matching part. You can't just mix and match with these. They're very specific in their assembly. You have to have the right arms for the right guy and the right head for the right guy and everything. And so you really don't get an option of what kind of weapons you want them to have or the poses. I mean, these are the right poses. This is how everyone's Hunter Orcs will look. So that, I thought that was a bit odd, because I don't mind kind of pre-made, pre-posed miniatures. In fact, I usually quite like pre-posed miniatures, but I just find it a bit odd that they would almost have the worst of both worlds, because you have to assemble them and yet you don't get to have any say in the way you want to pose them. So I'm not sure what that's all about, but nonetheless they do look pretty damn cool. You have all kinds of different dynamic poses and weapon differences, like you got the guys with the two-handed weapons, you have bowmen, guys dual wielding, some guys carrying a sword and bow, although that's a kind of pet peeve of mine. I never really like it when a character's holding a sword and a bow. It's like you can't use both at the same time, so just use one of them. Some of the poses are a little bit ridiculous, and this one in particular, if I can steady the camera enough so it doesn't shake around all over the place. Hang on. I'll just hold it. This guy was a right pain to put together, and he's got such a bizarre pose. What is he doing? Like, I really don't understand this miniature. Seriously, what is he doing? He just looks like he's stabbing himself in the foot, and it was so awkward to kind of glue this little bugger, because his right leg and left arm are one piece and it's separate from the main body, obviously, so you have to glue on the right leg and left arm at the same time and sort of wrap it around it. You have to do this pose to stick the miniature together. This is what you look like when you stick the miniature together. It's quite odd. But I sound like I'm really down on them. I actually really like them. They're very, very cool. Stylistically, I love like the armour. Although I guess this is, I'm kind of crediting Weta here rather than Games Workshop. Although the sculpts are faultless, really, in terms of the detail. They are fantastic. They're really, really, really nice. There's so much little detail on them. And apart from the some of the annoying poses and the way some of them fit together, they do actually fit together very nicely. So anyway, that's what I've been working on. Oh, there is one more thing. I took out and worked on my first ever Fine-cast miniature. I think it's my first ever Fine-cast miniature anyway. I can't recall ever having done anything with another Fine-cast miniature before. And I say started, I realised that my super glue had dried up, so unfortunately I couldn't finish the job. I have to say the reputation is warranted, unfortunately, I think, for Fine-cast. This miniature was in a quite sorry state when I took it out of the clan pack. It had annoying flash all over it. There's a few weird sort of what are they called? Well, like little holes basically that you're supposed to fill in with liquid green stuff. The trouble is I can't tell which is a legitimate hole and which is a fault with the casting, which is kind of annoying. It's very brittle as well. You'll notice he's missing the bottom part of his bow blade, so he's missing the bow bit of his bow blade. Be careful how I say that. And that's wasn't a kind of choice I made to remove the stupid weapon. That was just the brittleness of the kind of material. It just kind of fell off in my hand, unfortunately. But not to worry, I was thinking of chopping it off anyway, so what I'm probably going to do is leave that as just a knife. I think I'm going to leave him carrying a knife. And there is a bow that you get with the Hunter Orc kit. But I've got it here, and I will try and do something where I'm going to have the bow strapped to his back or something, you know, roughly like that, which I think will look pretty cool. And actually I think it improves the miniature slightly. And oh my god, you just saw that, didn't you? Oh dear. Fine-cast, isn't it wonderful? I was really glad I got that on camera. Yeah. Okay, so let's ad hoc this now. I think I'll have to change it slightly. Maybe we'll have him carrying the bow, because apparently he can't actually hold on to anything. Or he could just be fist pumping. Maybe having fist pumping metal style. You know, he's gone to an Iron Maiden gig and he's fist pumping like there's no tomorrow. So yeah, Fine-cast everyone. Bye!